what's going on, you guys? I'd like to welcome you guys to the channel. It's your boy Big Dog back with another one take review. And listen, man, I got one for Gemini Man. I know I did like a poll on my channel and I asked people like what film should I go see. Gemini Man was on there. It actually was the least voted one for me to go see. But it kind of, the way the schedule, I ended up going seeing 4 movies, so the way the schedule ended up working out, I was able to see it regardless, you know what I'm saying? And plus I was able to see 4 movies, so that was a great day for me. Well, today was a great day. Kind of tired, but like still, great day for movies. But yeah, let's talk about Gemini Man because this is, oh man, this was another one of those movies where I feel like I was watching, I'm like, oh, here go another movie that the critics hate. And it seemed like, I'm not going to necessarily say I love, but I'm like, I'm really enjoying my time. And I'm like, what's the big deal? Like, what was the thing that turned people off about this film? As I continued to watch, and I still don't think, I don't know what turned it on to the point to where like the film's like a 25% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like, well, what turned critics off about the film? I'm like, I guess I'm still in that little bubble of mine to where, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate things differently. And of course, Will Smith is my favorite actor. He's like my hero. So there is going to be a bias. You know what I'm saying? I can't lie like there wouldn't be a bias. But as I was watching, I'm like, of course, I was thinking to myself like, who else could I play this role? Is it just because it's Will Smith in this film that I like it the way I do? Or like, do I just like the film? I started thinking of the people you could have replaced Will Smith with. I'm like, yeah, that's what worked with him. This will work with this person. And I still feel that true. Now, what I will say, the story is basically about Will Smith. He's a retired hitman who the government doesn't want him to retire. He becomes like a loose end. They try to kill him. You know what I'm saying? Story you've seen a million times. And one thing I think people say is like, hey, this movie came out a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? It probably would have been a hit. I think if this movie let me just put it like this. If this movie would have came out, because this movie bombed so far, well, it's probably not going to make nothing. But I think I do think once it makes its rounds on like the TV and stuff, people will really like this film. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be one of those things people discover on TV and stuff and really talk about. But I think if this would have came out during like the time where he did I, Robot and I Am Legend, this film would have been a hit. Granted, technology wasn't where it is today. You know what I'm saying? And it's still not, I still don't think it's at the place where it needs to be for this movie to truly succeed. I have to say, because we all know the storyline, or like they cloned him and have a younger version of him to come kill him. But the whole thing is, I think the movie actually takes a dip once that character's junior is introduced. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, just him, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who was fantastic in it, Benedict Wong, they're all great. The storyline with them is all great. I'm digging it. Then you introduce Junior, which I don't have a problem with him. It's just the fact that I know that it's kind of the fact that I know it's a CGI character. And there's times where like, I'm not going to say it sticks out, where there's a time I'm going to say it sticks out, but that's not right now. You know what I'm saying? This is like kind of the beginning, middle of the film. And like the fight scene, the action set pieces are great. I'm feeling tense. I'm like, damn, I'm really into it. Once again, I know it's a CGI character, and like some of the stuff you can just tell, like, oh, okay, this, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say it doesn't look wonky. It's just like, okay, I just know, you know. But I think that's what like every CGI character. There are always times when you just look at it and be like, you can just tell that it's real. It just always depends, would that take you out the movie or not? And there were times where it did take me out, where I was kind of like, I don't really like that. But overall, I think like I said, it's a cliche storyline, and I think there's a point where you kind of realize like, okay, I can pretty much see how this is going to end. But it didn't get too extreme. It didn't try to like go over the top with like action set pieces to the point where I'm just like, okay, this is just getting ridiculous. A lot of stuff was like hand to hand or just with guns and stuff like that. So I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed the chemistry with Will Smith and Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Great chemistry. I mean, who doesn't have chemistry with Will Smith? talk to a fucking chair for 2 hours. I guarantee you, people gonna say the chair was he brought the best out of the chair. It's just what it is. I'm not saying Mary Elizabeth Winstead is a chair because she's a great actress in her own right, and I can't wait to I actually can't wait to see her as Huntress in Birds of Prey. But yeah, like, but the film loses at is like, I think the simple storyline, which like I said, it didn't bother me. It's just sometimes that CGI just sometimes just took me out of it to the point where I'm like, I like the look of the film. Like it has like this. Oh, this is a weird ass comparison, but it's like there's times where like it's just bright now outside. It looks like Call Me by Your Name. If you guys remember how bright that movie looked, and like, the visual is the best thing about that movie. Everything else, but like that's kind of where like this film worked for me at, but and the action. But it's just like I said, sometimes the CGI didn't work and it got kind of predictable. But this is what there's a moment that just like crushes a lot. Where this film was like, I would have said a solid B plus maybe. It went down to if I'm grading, I'm gonna give it a C plus because I'm gonna say this was the reason it just completely crashes down. Or maybe some days it may be a B minus. If I cut off like the last 3 minutes, it's probably a B minus. There is a moment at the end of this film where I just said, "What?" I was in the theater by myself. Nobody else was in there. And I legit just I don't. Even if I'm in the theater by myself, I don't know. I still maintain theater etiquette. But it's a scene at the end of this film where I literally just leaned up and said, "What the fuck? What the hell happened?" It looked like I don't know if you guys ever been to a test screening where like the CGI isn't finished. That's what the end of this movie looked like. And I said, this is terrible. Who thought this was like, and it's not even necessarily needed. I'm like, you could have cut this whole thing out. Or there's another way you could have did this. Not to the, you give me all this, and there's time with the CGI, like, once again, there's time when the CGI is just great. You know what I'm saying? There's moments where Will Smith and Henry and Jr. just stand up. Will Smith's name is Henry. Henry and Jr. standing side by side, and it's just like, okay, flawless. But the end of this damn film, last 3, maybe 5 minutes, I'm gonna say 3. It's like they said, fuck it. It looked like some CW Martian Manhunter CGI, bruh. I said, what the hell going on? Man, it legit, it kind of pissed me off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To the point where I'm thinking I might go from a C plus to just a damn C. Cause I'm like, why would you? There's no way you watched that and thought, yeah, this is okay. Boy, I mean, come on, man. Ang Lee, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on now. Yeah, come on. I didn't like that, bro. Rest of it, like I said, all the other stuff I can deal with. I've seen cliche storylines all the time. Ain't nothing new up under the sun, man. Many times people say it like it is. Ain't nothing new up under the damn sun. We've seen just about every storyline there is to give. So I'm like, cool. It's like, it's on the characters ends. One thing I'm big on is characters and ending. And what I would say, the ending for the film fits. Cliche as hell, but fits. But like I'm talking about, I guess it's the end of, like the very end of the film. I'm just like, what the hell happened? It bothers me now just even thinking about it. So yeah, I think this might have just went from Will Smith, I love you, man. And he was great. And I think everybody in the cast did a great job, but just, I don't even think this critique right here is not on him. I have to put that solely on Ang Lee, because like there's no way Ang Lee watched that and thought, yeah, that'll work. I don't want to notice. It's so blatantly bad that it's so blatantly bad and different from everything else we just saw in the film. Every other visual we saw in the film, like the worst thing you can point out. The worst visual you can spot out from the film is 2 hours, so the first hour and 57 minutes. The worst CGI you can possibly find in that does not compare to the last 3 minutes where it's just like, bleh, bleh. I'm like, come on, bro. It's crazy. If you've seen, you know what I'm talking about. But you guys let me know what you thought about the film down in the comments. I had to go in on that, man. That honestly angered me. Let me know what you thought about the film. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Got quite a few movie reviews. Got some classics I'm catching up on. We got Dr. Sleep coming out this week, so I have a review for The Shining later on. My catching because I only seen it once, and that was 2 years ago. No, that was last year actually, about a year and a half ago. So I'm gonna watch it again in preparation for Dr. Sleep. Peace.